There's something almost, sacred about the combination of wine and cheese. It's more than just food and drink. It's actually a conversation, a story told between the land, the animal, and the winemaker. I've spent a lifetime exploring these simple, profound pleasures, and I've learned that the right pairing isn't about rules or snobbery. It's about balance, about finding two things that, when brought together, create something even more beautiful than they were apart. It's a small, accessible luxury, a way to connect with history, with a place, and honestly, with the people you share it with. This isn't about being an expert, it's about curiosity. It's about taking a moment to slow down, to really taste what's in front of you. Think of the rolling hills where the grapes grew, warmed by the sun and the patient craft of the cheesemaker, turning simple milk into a complex tapestry of flavor. Each bite, each sip is a journey. And that's what we're going on today. A journey through 10 incredible pairings that will open up your palate and, I hope, bring a little bit of that magic into your own home. Wine and cheese. Few pairings in the world feel as timeless, indulgent, and comforting. The right match can transform a simple evening into something truly memorable. In this video, we'll explore 10 perfect wine and cheese pairings you can easily try at home, complete with tips on flavors, serving, and how to impress your guests. So pour yourself a glass and let's dive in. We begin with a pairing that feels like a warm embrace, the soft, yielding Brie and a beautifully oaked Chardonnay. The cheese, with its bloomy rind and buttery, almost mushroom-like interior, is pure comfort. It coats your mouth with this wonderful, creamy texture. Now you bring in the Chardonnay. Not just any Chardonnay, but one that has a bit of body, maybe a touch of oak that gives it notes of vanilla, toasted nuts and butter. It's a mirror to the cheese's own richness. The wine's acidity is key here. It cuts through the fat of the Brie, cleansing your palate and preparing you for the next perfect bite. This is a pairing that doesn't demand attention, it invites relaxation. I picture it for a quiet evening, maybe a movie night or a simple, intimate date. There's no need for elaborate fanfare, just let the cheese come to room temperature. This is crucial, to unlock its full, gooey potential. Serve it with a crisp apple or a pear and some plain crackers. The fruit's brightness will provide a lovely contrast, and the cracker is just a vehicle for that incredible combination of creamy cheese and buttery wine. It's simple, elegant, and utterly satisfying. Now we move to something with a bit more, backbone. A proper, aged, sharp cheddar and a powerful Cabernet Sauvignon. This isn't a shy pairing, it's confident, robust, and deeply rewarding. A good aged cheddar has these wonderful crystalline structures, a slight crumble, and a sharp, nutty, almost savory flavor that bites back a little. It's complex and assertive. It needs a wine that can stand up to it, and a full-bodied Cabernet Sauvignon is the perfect partner. The wine's dark fruit flavors, blackcurrant, black cherry, and its firm tannins are a perfect match for the cheese's intensity. Think of it as a heavyweight match where both contenders are perfectly balanced. The tannins in the Cabernet are softened by the fat and protein in the cheddar, making the wine feel smoother, more velvety. In return, the wine's bold fruitiness complements the cheese's sharp, savory notes. This is the pairing for a lively game night with friends, or as a prelude to a hearty steak dinner. It's strong, it's satisfying, and it makes a statement. It says, we're here to enjoy ourselves. Let's lighten things up. We travel, in spirit, to the Loire Valley, the home of this classic, vibrant pairing fresh goat cheese or chèvre, and a crisp Sauvignon Blanc. The cheese is bright, tangy, and earthy, with a distinctive character that can be wonderfully refreshing. It has a clean, almost citrusy tartness. And what wine mirrors that better than Sauvignon Blanc? A good one sings with notes of grapefruit, lime, and freshly cut grass. It has a zippy, high acidity that is just electric. When you taste them together, it's like a spark. The wine's herbaceous, citrusy notes lift the cheese's earthy tang, and the cheese, in turn, seems to mellow the wine's acidity just enough, bringing its fruit flavors forward. It's a clean, palate-cleansing experience that feels like a sunny afternoon. For a simple, elegant touch, try crumbling the goat cheese and mixing it with fresh herbs like chives or thyme. Spread it on a baguette and sip your wine. It's effortlessly chic and wonderfully simple. Number 7, blue cheese and port, the daring indulgence. Some pairings are, really an acquired taste, and this one is definitely for the adventurous. It's a study in contrast that creates something truly magical. The intense, salty punch of a blue cheese with the sweet, fortified richness of a port. A Stilton or a Gorgonzola, with its pungent aroma and sharp salty flavor, can be, well, a bit intimidating on its own. It's a cheese that fills your entire head with flavor, but then, you introduce the port. A ruby or tawny port with its flavors of dried figs, berries and caramel just wraps around that saltiness. It's the ultimate sweet and salty combination, like a sophisticated salted caramel. The port's sweetness tames the cheese's aggressive bite, while the cheese's saltiness highlights the deep, complex fruit notes in the wine. It's a luxurious, almost decadent experience. This isn't an appetizer. This is the main event, or better yet, a dessert course. Serve a wedge of blue cheese with a small glass of port, and maybe a few walnuts or a drizzle of honey. It's a bold, unforgettable way to end a meal. Number 6. Gruyère and Champagne, the elegant celebration. Is there anything that doesn't feel more special with champagne? Here we pair its effervescent charm with the nutty, slightly sweet character of Gruyère. Gruyère is a magnificent cheese, firm, dense, and with a flavor that evolves as you eat it, from fruity to nutty and earthy. It has a complexity that is both subtle and honestly deeply satisfying. Now introduce the bubbles. The fine, persistent fizz of a good champagne or sparkling wine acts as a perfect palate cleanser. Each sip scrubs your tongue clean, cutting through the richness of the cheese and making every new bite taste as revelatory as the first. The wine's crisp acidity and notes of brioche and green apple are a beautiful counterpoint to the cheese's nutty sweetness. This is the pairing for celebrations, big or small. An anniversary, a promotion, or just, the simple fact that it's Friday. To make it a more substantial offering, add some charcuterie, a little prosciutto, some salami. It's a pairing that is effortlessly festive and undeniably elegant. Number 5. Camembert and Pinot Noir, the earthy romance. This pairing feels like a walk through a forest in autumn. It's soft, earthy, and, I have to say, deeply romantic. Camembert, Brie's more intense cousin, has a similar creamy texture but with a deeper, more rustic and earthy flavor profile. It's wonderfully pungent and complex. This earthiness finds its soulmate in a light to medium-bodied Pinot Noir. This is a wine that speaks of the soil, with notes of cherry, raspberry, and that characteristic forest floor or mushroom aroma that makes it so alluring. The wine's soft tannins and bright acidity are gentle enough not to overwhelm the delicate cheese, but assertive enough to complement its rich, funky character. The red fruit notes in the Pinot Noir provide a beautiful lift to the Camembert's savory depth. Here's a tip to elevate this pairing to something truly sublime. Warm the Camembert in its wooden box in the oven for a few minutes until it's molten and gooey. Serve it with a crusty baguette for dipping. It's a simple act that transforms it into a shared, intimate, and utterly delicious experience. Now this takes me back. This is a pairing born of the same soil, the same sun, Parmigiano Reggiano and Chianti Classico. It's not just a pairing, it's a taste of a place, a taste of Italy. True Parmigiano Reggiano, aged for 24 months or more, is not just for grating over pasta. Break off a piece. You'll find it's nutty, salty, and crumbly with those incredible crunchy salt crystals. It has a profound umami flavor that is intensely savory. It needs a wine with character, a wine with history. Enter Chianti Classico. With its bright cherry fruit, earthy notes, and a backbone of vibrant acidity and firm tannins, it's the perfect foil. The wine's acidity cuts through the cheese's richness, and its savory herbal notes, a touch of tomato leaf perhaps, echo the cheese's own umami character. They speak the same language. For a truly special experience, serve chunks of Parmesan with a drizzle of high-quality, aged balsamic glaze. That little bit of sweetness is the bridge that makes this rustic, authentic pairing sing. Number 3. Manchego and Rioja, a Spanish soulmate. From Italy, we journey to Spain for another pairing that feels destined to be. Manchego cheese and a Rioja wine. Manchego, made from sheep's milk, has a firm, buttery texture and a distinctive flavor that becomes nuttier and more peppery as it ages. It has a character that is both rustic and refined. It's the quintessential cheese of Spain. And its perfect wine partner is, of course, Rioja, Spain's most famous red wine, made primarily from the Tempranillo grape. A Rioja Crianza or Reserva, with its notes of red fruit, spice, leather, and vanilla from oak aging, has the structure and complexity to match the Manchego beautifully. The wine's savory notes and smooth tannins complement the nutty, slightly salty flavor of the cheese. It's a pairing that feels grounded and traditional, evocative of a bustling tapas bar in Madrid. Serve slices of Manchego alongside some olives, Marcona almonds, and perhaps some quince paste. Membrillo. It's a simple, classic combination that transports you directly to Spain. Number 2, Feta and Rose, a summer breeze. This pairing is sunshine in a glass and on a plate. It's light, it's breezy, and it's utterly delightful. We're talking about salty, briny feta cheese and a crisp, dry rose. Feta, with its crumbly texture and tangy, salty bite, can be quite intense. It needs a wine that can stand up to that saltiness without being overpowered. A dry rose, with its bright acidity and notes of strawberry, raspberry, and citrus, is the perfect candidate. The wine's fruitiness provides a beautiful contrast to the cheese's saltiness, and its crisp acidity cleanses the palate, making you want to go back for another bite. It's a combination that just feels like summer. It's not a pairing for deep contemplation, it's for pure, simple enjoyment. Think about crumbling that feta into a salad with watermelon and mint, or with fresh cucumber and tomatoes, and sipping a chilled glass of rose on a warm afternoon. It's a pairing that is all about freshness, relaxation, and effortless pleasure. Number 1. Roquefort and Sauternes, the height of decadence. We end our journey with what many consider to be one of the most sublime and transcendent pairings in the world, Roquefort and Sauternes. This is not just a pairing, it's an event. Roquefort, the legendary French blue cheese made from sheep's milk and aged in the caves of Roquefort-sur-Soulzon, is intensely sharp, salty, and creamy. It's a powerhouse of flavor. It requires a wine of equal stature, and it finds it in Sauternes, the celebrated sweet wine from Bordeaux. Sauternes is a nectar of the gods, with luscious notes of honey, apricot, almond, and a vibrant acidity that keeps it from being cloying. When you taste it with the Roquefort, something extraordinary happens. The wine's intense sweetness envelops the cheese's sharp saltiness, creating a flavor explosion that is complex, balanced, and breathtakingly delicious. It is the pinnacle of the sweet and salty experience. This is the pairing for a milestone birthday, a major celebration, or a moment when you simply want to experience one of the greatest culinary pleasures life has to offer. So, there we have it. 10 journeys, 10 conversations between wine and cheese. From the simple, comforting embrace of Brie and Chardonnay to the dramatic, unforgettable finale of Roquefort and Sauternes, each pairing tells its own story. The beauty of this is that there are no wrong answers, only discoveries. These are just starting points, invitations to explore. The real joy comes from finding the combinations that speak to you, the ones that create a small moment of perfection in your day. Food, for me, has always been about connection. It connects us to the earth, to history, and most importantly, to each other. Sharing a simple plate of cheese and a good bottle of wine with someone you care about is one of life's greatest and most accessible pleasures. It's a ritual that forces us to slow down, to savor, and to be present. I hope this guide inspires you to create some of those moments for yourself. And there you have it, 10 perfect wine and cheese pairings you can try at home. From the light freshness of goat cheese with Sauvignon Blanc, to the luxurious indulgence of Roquefort with Sauternes, there's a pairing for every taste and every occasion. Which pairing are you excited to try first? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed this guide, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with fellow food and wine lovers. Until next time, cheers!